Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and today I'm going to do a beautiful, wonderful reading for you. Now before I do that, you see 4 cards on the table. Those are cards from yesterday's reading. See, I have a giveaway going on. So I ask you to try to pick the card you think resonated with me the most, but I also want to know as well what resonated with you the most. Either way, you get entered into a giveaway. So I'm going to let you know, I picked the 4 oracle cards yesterday because really and truly I think they're all really important. That striking a balance, imagining things, and the orphan card, no place like home. If you want to know why they're so important and you haven't seen yesterday's reading, I would go and do that. But yeah, they had really good and intense meanings for me. I'm not going to really get into those energies today because today is a different day with different messages. But absolutely. So, to be fair, orphaned, no place like home, and imagine. I love imagine. Makes me think of the John Lennon song. Okay, so we're going to put these aside right here. And we're going to get on with today's reading. Now, Spirit, what would you like me to use today? Let's use some chakra cards. Yes. And I'm going to use some shaman, mystical shaman as well. I haven't used those in a while. I like to keep them on rotation. I really like these chakra cards. They make me feel like they're really always broaching something important. If you would like to support me, it is in the comment section below. I don't know by the time that this video is posted if I will have my grateful journals published, but you might want to check that as well. I've just made grateful journals. Whoa, vanity. You know, I always cringe when I see this card. It's like, ugh, ugh. Okay, so I'm almost getting, to tell you the truth, I'm almost getting a false prophet feeling from this. Somebody who's standing in front of a crowd going, look at me, I am important. Look at me, I am important. While people are gathered around listening, taking advice. There's a lot of people offering advice right now. That much I know. I being one of them. So I'm going to say this to you, being a person who does give advice. Especially in spiritual matter, be careful where you get your advice from. There are people who proclaim to know a lot about a lot. The best teachers in the world are the ones who know they have a lot to learn. I learn every day. Sometimes I think people think that I have no faith in what I do or what I say because I say certain things. But you have to remember that I'm still very human. And I am still learning. I am still on my own path. I still have things to learn. I still have things to do. And I learn from you, believe it or not. Some of your comments really make me ponder on things and look at things. Yeah, you teach me. Imagine that. Even in any communications that I've had with anybody, you've taught me, okay? The teacher and the student exchange. Sometimes they switch places is what I meant to say. This is the Destiny card. This is trusting your higher self and trusting yourself to know where you're going. This card always reminds me of the horses in the Chariot card. People who kneel and are ready for action. They're listening again to the guides, to the people. But if you notice, these are not in grand gestures. They're very much in prayer and contemplation. Sometimes they're open, sometimes it's closed, but it's all a journey. Your destiny is all a journey. It is all portals and things, and it's the beautiful nuances to life that is everything. You could say to people, you're here to learn something, and then you go. I've had this discussion with one of you recently. The thing about it is that there's so much more. There's so much more in life to take a bite out of. There's so much more to know. There's so much more to learn. It's such a great journey to be on. There's all the dips and the curves and everything in it, okay? If you're feeling stagnant and bored, maybe it's time to go inward to find out where do you need to ignite something in your life? What are you not exploring that you could be? Did you move on from something too quickly without really looking at it? We're just passing over it when maybe you should be looking deeper. The vanity card is calling to me again. And please be careful of where you get your information. Don't follow blindly. Don't just, remember that you have a voice. This is the blue card. This is a throat chakra. You need to voice. You need to have your own voice. You don't only need to listen to other people talking. You need to speak out. You need to live your life. You need to be your beautiful self. That's what I'm getting. If I get more from this, I'll let you know. But for now, I'm just going to shuffle. Vanity. You'll know the people who are in a way. They lack humility. That's number one. Or they have too much. There'll be people, I just want the best for you all the time. Those. Act like your best friend is not your best friend. We've seen them. Just look at any, I'm sorry to say this, but any tele-evangelists. They were big in the 80s and 90s, I think. Look at them and see if you can spot how insincere they are. Kind of scary. Those are the people who ask you for money. Lightning. Ooh, right. That is beautiful. Let's see here. 30. Oh, I was almost there. 29. The formidable electrical discharge of a lightning bolt brightens the sky and strikes the earth, accompanied by the mighty sound of thunder. This phenomenon has a positive aspect. The light illuminates the earth and the psyche, but there's a destructive side as well. Oops. Destiny. Oh, I picked up Destiny when I was supposed to pick up that one. What hidden message is there? The bolt can burn and even kill if it's too strong. The invitation is the force of the upper world are investing their gathered energies to ignite you with new inspiration and creativity. Allow this divine gift of awakening to take root in your being and enjoy a renewed sense of clarity, passion, and vision. Life has gifted you with a destiny. Okay, I think I found the meaning. Yeah, I'm not kidding. With a destiny is right there. Destiny. That is in alignment with your passion and in harmony with all existence on earth. Now, lightning has come to jolt you into accepting your destiny. Let this initiation release what is in the way of your fulfilling your life purpose. Life purpose. Otherwise, you'll be bound to your karmic fate. This is a time to be courageous and daring. So, to also that person I was talking, we're talking about purpose and life purpose. This is your life purpose as well. Okay? Jolt you out of something. Don't stay stuck in the mundane. Don't do what everybody else does. Don't do what's expected of you. Do what you have been gifted. There's a light bulb that has been clicked on. The room now has clarity in it. You are now self-aware. Okay? And that's for all of you. You are now self-aware. You have eyes that can see. You can see past the illusion of people who are just trying to get something out of you. People who are just not really offering anything of value. So if you can see past that, you have clarity now, okay? Your destiny should start showing itself to you. You should be able to see where you're going next. Nice. Very nice. Let's get enough of the oracle, and then we'll pull some tarot. This message is getting clearer as it goes. I had quite an epiphany this morning for myself. It's a very, very personal, so, and too long to share. I wasn't entirely sure I would be able to do readings today. Yeah. Spirit of place. What a beautiful card. This is a new one for me. Let's see. Let's explore, shall we? Our ancient ancestors believed that every place has a spirit looking after it or embodying it, just as we have a soul. The plants, trees, birds, mountains, and rivers have their own essences. When the spirit of place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is in the overarching theme of your circumstances. Is your question about a struggle? The answer is to relax and let go of your need to control the situation. If your inquiry relates to finding love, then embody love rather than long for it. Once you find the essential truth that underlies your question, and then name it, you'll discover the answer you've been seeking. Your greatest power is your authenticity. Be authentic to yourself, Pisces. Ooh. Be authentic to yourself. Beautiful. So the answer lies in the struggle. The answer lies in your struggle. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right. We have the Nine of Cups. Personal satisfaction. Personal blessings. Balance with the Temperance card. Let's see what else we can get here. Chariot. No. Okay. All right. Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. The Nine of Cups. Blessings. Personal blessings. Balance. Chariot. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? The Ten of Pentacles. Happiness, blessings, abundance lies in the struggle, answering how to solve the struggle within oneself. The question you ask is the answer you seek. Absolutely. The question you ask is the answer you seek. Spirit of place. Look inside this space to find the answer. And it will bring you abundance and happiness. That makes all the sense in the world. Bolt of lightning gives you momentum, gives you drive, makes you continue on your journey, puts clarity on the subject so that you know where you're going next. Destiny, temperance, double, double. 2 masters, 2 students, balance in all. The students become masters, the masters become students. You name it, it's all in balance. Personal fulfillment of oneself will not be found by listening to false prophets, if you want to call it. It's by fulfilling something deep inside of yourself, not looking for it outside of yourself. Wow. That was pretty, that's good. That's pretty good, you guys. Oh, the moon. The Ace of Swords, lovely. They actually cradled in my arm right here. It's interesting. So put your focus on breaking illusions. This is the illusion here. That the answer is outside of yourself. And it's also clarity, lightning. It's all together. When you become the student and the master all in one, that you invite people in to teach you and then in turn can help them learn something, you have become focused. You become a light being. Right, balance again, justice, fairness, understanding, the scales being balanced, evened out. Finding sanctuary inside yourself, knowing that you're not alone when you're there. Do you know when you go inside yourself, that is probably the one time, if you get quiet enough to be able to do it, it is the one time that you will know that you are completely alone without being alone. It is the most wonderful, peaceful feeling. It feels like warm. It feels like an embrace. Really embracing who you are, going within yourself. Isolation is what this card means. It also is the card of that you are never alone. The two seem like a contradiction, but they really are not. It is the time when you go within yourself that you find the most insights and the greatest answers to anything that you may have. I'm sorry, you guys. You can't see the cards, can you? I know some of you may mistake my apologies as a lack of self-confidence. It isn't. It's caring. I hope you can see that. The last one you probably won't, but I will show it to you. Okay. A give and take, again, the scales. You see that? That's why I went, We have like the three representations of the scale that come out from the deck. Balance is so important. Perseverance. Perseverance of keep going even when you think you're about to give up. You really know. If you think about it, Pisces, there are times in your life where you thought, I can't do this anymore. You're just at the cusp of going to hell with it. Drop mic, I'm leaving. But something, a little something inside yourself, which we'll call that little voice of soul, is telling you, don't give up. Just don't give up. Stay here one more minute. One more minute. Things are going to change. Things are going to turn. Really, they are. And it's at that time when you give it just that extra, or you give up, or you break open in despair, let's say. That's when clarity comes. That's when momentum begins. That's when balance is restored, and that's when you have victory. The working hard card. This is definitely a journey of working hard. No doubt about that. Things are left behind and a transition is always made. This is clearing out. Going inside to see your illusions, what's isolating you, is always, I'm putting these over here, but you saw what they were, right? 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords. One step after another, 5 and then 6. Moving on from one thing where you've discarded. A battle is lost. You're taking your stuff and you're moving on. You're transitioning. We're always transitioning to something. We're always learning something. We're always working on something. This is very much the power of Eureka. of going inside. You know, they say that, Eureka, I have an idea. This is the power of this. This is clarity coming in. This is a very beautiful reading. They all are. But I really like this one. Again, it speaks to the magic we all have within ourselves to get illuminated, to get a pure moment, a moment of pure clarity. That bolt. Oh my God, I got it. I understand now. When you do, you can take time. You always go time to go inside of yourself and figure out what work needs to be done. You isolate, but you're never alone. Because when you are at that raw level, when you are right now in this emotion, open to learning, being both the teacher and the student, this is when spirit gets you. This is when they are the closest to you. Because you're like an open book ready to be written on with clear pages. They start the sentence, you continue the sentence. You are both guiding each other, both helping, and both going in the same direction for once. And the direction that you designed for yourself when you came here. Yeah. It is all about lessons. It's all about learning when you're here. And you do give yourself specific things to learn and do. However, there's so much more to it than that. There's all the sweet spots that make up your life that you've either experienced or are yet to experience. Bite into life, Pisces. Don't follow people who will lead you astray. Follow yourself. Sit in your security. Okay? Sit within your own abundance, your own gratitude, your own knowing. All of these cups represent that. Okay? There's no need for you to gather around people who tell you what you need to do. I shouldn't be saying this. I find this hilarious, you guys. You're telling me to say this, and I have a channel here telling people, guiding them in spirit, but I'm guiding you. I'm not telling you what to do. I know. Okay. As always, I will put in, as I always say, or many times say, you have your own free will. You shouldn't let anybody tell you how to live your life. Take what resonates here and apply it to your life. Make sure that any message you receive from anybody empowers you and doesn't keep you down. You need to surface. You need to shine brightly in your life. Take care, Pisces. I'm going to be doing an extended later on this. And I hope you can join me. If you've loved this reading, please make sure that you subscribe, hit that notification bell to all before you take off. And press the like button. That really, really helps. Tell me which card resonated with you. I already know. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it. Can you read my mind? Of course not. You can't. Just make sure to let me know which one resonates with you. Take care, Pisces. I'm sending love and light and blessings, and please stay safe in these times. I will see you later.